Hi. Let's talk about getting what you want. Let's talk about it in the spiritual perspective of manifesting. In other words, simply having appear, materialize, be, manifest what it is you want to have be, appear, materialize, manifest. There are many different terms, and each one of them having a bit of a different connotation. Prayer falls under this category. Asking the universe for something. Envisioning, postulating, manifesting, creating. Manifesting is a good term for it, though sometimes I would use the term envisioning. There's also the technique known as the secret. These are all different ways that are more similar than different, in the sense that if you have siblings and along with your parents within the family, you see the differences. Outside of the family, people who are external to the family see how much alike you look. People who practice some form of manifesting see the differences between their way and other ways of manifesting. Whereas people who are really not very familiar with the concept, haven't really looked into it or practiced it, they'd probably all look pretty much the same. So those of us who want to manifest, who think in those terms, or some variation of that, in a sense, we're all part of the same family. So let's break this down. If you're familiar with what's known as The Secret, a book by Rhonda Byrne, and there's videos and so forth, the idea is that you manifest by having in mind the thing you want to have manifest. And you picture it, and you get the idea of how it feels to have it. You make it more real that way. You're creating it more specifically that way, which helps to manifest. If you can actually get the feeling that it has happened, or use the gratitude approach, be thankful for what will manifest, what you want to have manifest. Go into gratitude mode for the coming manifesting of what you want. That's another way to make it real. You're already being thankful for it. Now, here's a tip in what I think will work most easily and work best. And that is to envision what it is you really want to have happen. And by that, I mean, if you want to have a romantic partner that you find beautiful and perfect for you, my suggestion is that you simply get the idea of having that happen, as opposed to where you would meet this person, what their specific attributes are, how it would come about, in what place, what time, how soon, all of that. The more mechanics you throw into it, the more you put into the envisioning or the manifesting to have something happen so that something else can happen. You are reaching into the mechanics of the physical universe, what people agree upon as reality. And that's a very dependent, complicated way to go about things. So why not just get the idea of having somebody beautiful to fall in love with who falls in love with you? That's all. Just keep it that simple. If you want to live well and be financially secure, You can come up with a plan, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with working hard, coming up with a plan, sticking to the plan, etc. There's enough examples of that being often a successful way. But let's take a more spiritual viewpoint. How about just having the idea of having money arrive, having the finances appear, without going into the mechanics of when and how and what has to happen first? You know, the idea of mechanics is basically like a set of dominoes. This happens in order for that to happen, and then that happens in order for the next thing to happen, and the dominoes have to be in line and all fall. I'm not saying that can't happen, but that's complex. It runs into more complexities. It can also run into more problems, more issues, when all these things have to happen to eventually arrive at what it is you want, the result of all of that. Believe it or not, I have had it work and seen it work. Just simply decide for money to just drop out of the sky, however it happens, and arrive. Over the past month or so, I've put some attention on that. And I got an email about several $1,000s in an account I didn't realize I had was available to me. I found a $100 bill on the street. I'm not making that up. Literally less than 3 days ago. You know, it's part of a principle of let it find you. Instead of putting all these complexities into what you will have to do and what will have to happen to find it. Let it find you. Get the idea of what you want to have find you and allow it to find you. Just that simply. What the end product is that you want to have happen. Not a series of events to occur so that you can arrive at that. It's like a salesperson selling a car would say that what they're really selling is themselves. What they're really selling is satisfaction. A person wants to spend that money to arrive at a point of great satisfaction with what they have. So why not cut through all of that and just decide that what you want to have is whatever gives you great satisfaction, and to have great satisfaction with what you have, instead of naming certain specific items or materialistic things, which is not to say that you can't or shouldn't have those. Just keep it simple. The end product that you want, that happiness, that satisfaction, that love, that financial security, whatever it is, instead of what represents that for you, think about what it really is you want to have happen through whatever it is you think you need to get. And then with that in mind, that feeling of love or wealth, security for yourself or for others, just envision that, how great it feels, and the gratitude that comes with that directly. It's an effortless thing. And if it's done well, and if it's going to work, it's really done with no effort, with no worry, but with great happiness and lightness, and a really great feeling that it's going to find you. It's really that simple. So envision, feel it, enjoy it, be grateful for it, and allow it to manifest. Allow that which is the ultimate item you really want to find you. It's been here all along.